I really think that we're going to have a tremendous victory. And you know what? If I didn't think that, I wouldn't say it. I'd say, well, we're going to be fighting hard. Now, we will be fighting hard, but I believe we're winning. I actually think we're winning. I don't even think it's a question of we're going to try and win.
Okay, so that was Donald Trump saying that he's going to win the election in 12 days. But there's this flurry of new polls that show both Trump and Hillary Clinton making gains in the polls. CNN, in fact, has updated its electoral map this morning, turning Florida and Nevada from leaning Democratic to now toss-up states. Let's get the bottom line on all of these maps and numbers from CNN political director David Chalian. Good morning, David.
Good morning, Allison.
Okay, what's the backstory on why CNN changed its electoral map to including now all of these more toss-ups?
Well, the way we always assess the state of play is looking at sort of advertising budgets where they are putting those hard raised dollars on the air to try to convince voters, looking at the most precious resource for campaigns, which is the candidate schedule. Where are they putting Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump out in the country? And, of course, the latest polling. And so looking at all of that, last week, remember where the reverberations of the Access Hollywood tape was still happening and the accusations against the women, where Trump was hitting a bottom probably out of that last debate. We had Florida and Nevada move from toss-up to lean Democrat. So this week, as things have stabilized a little bit, seen some polling there, Hillary Clinton herself saying she's going back to Florida this weekend, even before she was done with a two-day swing there. We moved Florida and Nevada back to toss-up. But I want to point something out here. Look at that map. Even if, so I know we say Florida and Nevada now moving to toss-up, and that seems like away from Clinton. Donald Trump has to win every yellow state there that you see, and it's still not enough. He still needs to find some Democratic-leaning turf to bring his way. And remember, one of those states in yellow right now is Utah. That should be the sixth easiest electoral votes for a Republican to bank, but because of the third-party candidate, Evan McMullin, surging there, that may be a big block for Donald Trump.
So, if what we're seeing is a little bit of coalescing on the GOP side that's boosting Trump, a little bleed off from the third-party side that may be helping Clinton galvanize the left, it still leaves you this basic proposition. How do you get to 270? So as numbers are moving, you suggest the map still remains the same. Chris Collins comes on, congressman from upstate New York, and says, I'm not seeing 270, I'm seeing 269 for my guy Trump, and it goes to the House of Representatives. I hadn't heard anybody suggest that before. What's your take?
Listen, I think political junkies like myself, I am obsessed with 269 results because I think it would be fascinating to cover. I think the chances of that are somewhere between slim to none and probably a lot.
Did Slim just get on the bus?
It's a lot closer to none. But listen, here is the possibility of that. If Trump sweeps all the battlegrounds and to 269, one of all predicated on winning every Romney state like Arizona and Utah, which right now are competitive and shouldn't be for Donald Trump. So it is a monumental climb to get to that kind of scenario right now.
269, your dream becomes the national nightmare. But let's talk about how nationally she is still in the poll of polls, 6 points up ahead of Trump. And give us some context in terms of 2 weeks out. What have you seen in the past? Has there ever been this type of spread and what it meant on Election Day?
A 6-point national lead, which is what that poll of polls shows, an average of all the recent polls, is a landslide election in modern-day presidential politics. So you are right to notice that. At this point in the Romney-Obama race, it was a 1-point race. This is much more on the scale of what 2008 looked like at this stage against Obama-McCain after the economy tanked and Obama really went up in the polls. This is a very significant national lead for Hillary Clinton. And you're right, what Chris noted is right. We're going to see partisans put on their partisan jerseys no matter what. He's going to shore up Republicans, she's going to shore up Democrats, and we're going to see these polls get a little closer than they were a week ago. But it is important to keep our eye on that poll of polls because that is a substantial margin right now for Hillary Clinton.
It's just such a different election than we've ever had to measure before. You know, what's true about the partisan jerseys is true. It's even more true for the GOP. But then you got to add in the Trump factor. You know, and he has divided divided that party, like we just saw play out here with Anna and Scotty, in a way that is unique. But David, thank you very much for taking us through it, and you're going to have to do it 10 more times between now and Election Day.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks.
All right, so the Pentagon made a move, and in part, you should thank yourself for this. You did the right thing where veterans are involved. You heard about this story about them being forced to pay back re-enlistment bonuses. The Pentagon now says they're going to stop that. But is that enough of a fix? We're going to speak with two military members at the center of this political storm. Next.